Welcome to another Disney Infinity 3.0 tutorial. In this clip I'm going to show you how to make a game from start to finish and just show you how easy it is and not to get bogged down in too many complicated areas. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go through my toy box and go over my various toy origins, and I'm going to create an arena. So to do that I'm going to go to my Twilight of the Republic. And in here we've got the Geonosis landscape, so I'm going to put this and create this arena. Now some of you, when you've asked on my clips, you get bogged down on map design. So what I'm going to show you is keep the map really simple. I'm not going to go too big, and you can always add to your games as you build up. But the object of this particular game is to show you how that we can create a team of enemies that are actually on your side. So another thing that people have asked is, how do I get droids to be on your side? How do I get the stormtroopers to be on your side? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a team that you're going to have to defend, and then we're going to be attacked by a load of stormtroopers. And the object of this game is you have to win. So it's like a gladiator round. So if you manage to kill all them, you win. If they kill you, you lose. And it's as simple as that. So as you'll see here, I'm just putting these pieces together and making this arena. Now when you're designing a map, I always find that it always seems, when you're in this design view here, it always seems small. So I always tend to go on a big scale, and then I realise that there's too much space. So when you do design your maps, keep them small to start with and build up from there. You can always add to it, but as you'll notice here, look, that's quite a large arena, and I actually haven't added any ground effect to it. So like I said, the object here is that I'm going to get some enemies to appear. These enemies are going to be on my side, so they're going to fight for me. So I could have robots working for me, I could have stormtroopers working for me, but I'm going to have some bounty hunters working with me, and then we're going to be attacked by a load of stormtroopers, like I say. And what I want to do is we've got to defend them off. Now we can set this up and have it a wave after wave after wave and hold these guys off. And I've shown you various clips how to do that, when you can combine those items. So we're going to just keep it quite basic as it starts. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just looking for a centerpiece. Something to put in the centre of the arena because it's a bit flat and dull. So I'm going to put this little landscape here. So we've got like something to defend. So I'm going to be we're in the middle of the option, and they're going to come around the edges and attack me. So let's put something in here, and set that up. Okay, so that's the item in the middle. Yeah. So what I can do now, I'm happy with all that. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm going to have my team appear here on the top, like defend the top of the hill, and the other guys are going to attack me. That's my plan anyway. So let's change the property of the ground and make it Tatooine, so it's all sand deserts. Okay, so that's now my arena. That'll work. So let's now get the components of what we need to do to make this game work. So let's go back to our creativity toys. Okay, and on our creativity toys here, let's go and pick in, we're going to put a challenge maker, something I haven't used in any of my clips at the moment, because all my stories so far have been story related. I quite like to create my own Star Wars stories, yeah, and that's one of the things I've liked about Disney Infinity 3. But this one is an actual game, and the game here is to stay alive as long as possible, okay, and I need this tool. This is important. This little blue team marker is to let me, when I start the game, to tell the game that I'm on the blue team. Yeah, because at this present moment it won't realise that, and it will kill me. So what I'm going to do now is generate 2 enemy wave generators. If I can find it. So I'm going to create 1 enemy wave generator here, and another enemy wave generator here. Now, the reason why I need 2 enemy wave generators, one of the enemies is obviously the ones that are going to attack us. The other one is going to be the enemies that are on my side. Right? So what I'm going to do now is, where do I want these enemies to appear? So I'm going to put these locators, I want them to appear around the gateways. So they appear at the entrance. So I'm going to chuck in my 8 around all the corners and stick those there. Now as I go ahead and build this at the moment, they've said they're not going to do a Disney Infinity 4.0 this year, which is probably good. It allows them to push and develop this game. So it's only Disney Infinity 3 this year, but they are going to release more playsets. So with Battlegrounds coming shortly, this will be our own version of Battlegrounds where we're fighting against hordes of enemies. And I'm going to put some, I want my team, by the way, to appear on top of this hill, and as I can't get it down on the ground, I'm just going to stick it just above it because they'll drop down. So I've got all my locations here at the top of the screen. Right, so what we're going to do now is set my enemy one here. So I'm going to stay in Spark mode, and I'm going to say, right, from here can I set all the locators. So go down to my properties of this one, say new location connection, and I'm now going to set them all to these particular items here on the screen. Now, like I say, in this clip we will have a complete game finished. So keep going through to all my logic connectors, getting to go, new spawn location, and I've got to do now this for all of my bad options. So I'm just going to go around now, and with the enemy wave locators, set all the locations where I want them to appear. So spawn location is where I want that item, and it's my own fault because I've chosen 8 sections. If I'd left it just to 4, it'd been easier, but it just shows you it doesn't take that long to set up. So we'll set that up location on that part, and we'll do the last one. So this is where all the bad guys that are going to kill us and then are going to attack us are going to appear in our game. So we'll just set the last lot of these points, and that should be all the locations. Now I want my enemies to appear. So last location, and there you go, they're all set up. So that's where all my enemies are going to appear around the side. Now in here, this is my wave tool. I could set up a counter and have multiple waves set up, but as I say, we're just going to do it quite simple and just keep just 2 waves at a particular moment. Now on the other enemy wave connector, I'm going to set it up here at the center. And like I said, these enemies, I'm going to set that they won't actually attack me, they're going to be on my side. So I'm going to set these all up, and they're going to appear in these particular 4 boxes. And when I get those done, so I get the last one done on here. This is sometimes where I find that the spark tool a bit tricky, and I get lost out in particular locations. But you've heard me whinge about that enough times. So last one again. So they're now all my areas where my team and enemy are going to now appear, are now hopefully all set up. Once I get the last one done, there you go, set up. Right, so they're the locations where they're going to spawn, and let's actually sort out what type of enemies are going to appear on the screen. So as I'm using Boba Fett at the moment, I'm going to get his teammates to appear. So let's go down to configure wave, and let's see what. Now I've unlocked this within the Twilight of the Republic. So there you go, the Mandalorian guard. So I'm going to have a number of these Boba Fett guards. So I'm going to have 4 of these because we're meant to be the best. So I'm going to put them in my team. Okay, they're set up, and the property of that team is that when they spawn, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set them, right, so I'm going to go down there, I'm going to put them down to a team, and that team there I'm going to say, right, can you join the blue team, because we're going to be on the same side. So they spawn, they're going to appear on the blue side. Okay, so that they're set up. Right, so what I'm going to do now is going to do the enemy team. Right, now I'm going to configure the enemy one, so let's go into here, let's go down to configure wave, and again I've done this under the Force Awakens playset. I've unlocked all these particular guys, And you have to unlock these, you have to do various challenges in the game, so you can look those up when you play them. So I've now got my new order guides in there, and I'm going to add. Now I've added them in, I'll go in and increase the number. So I'm going to probably put these 5. Now, like I said, I've kept it simple, but I could have a counter. So what I could do is I could put a counter in that every time I kill the wave, it goes counter 2, counter 3, and I've got to keep them going for as long as I like. So there's my large number of waves that's going to come through. Now the difference on here is I'm going to go down to what I came out, so I didn't mean to come out. If I go back into that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down and I'm actually going to go to the properties of that. Now the difference here is this team is not going to be the blue team, so we're going to make them a different colour. So we're going to make them the orange team. So when they spawn, they're now on the orange side. So they're going to instantly start attacking each other. So in here on my game maker now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do new logic connection here. But when I start the game, yeah, I would like to generate wave. Okay, and on this one, when I start the game, yeah, so start the game, I'm going to generate the enemy wave. Now the only problem I've got here is I need to specify that I am also on a team. So when I do new logic connection again and I start the game again, yeah, so the game started, right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to this marker, and this marker basically tells me that I'm now actually, yeah, so if I connect to that, set which player, I'm going to set all players, so if I have someone play with me, they are going to be the blue team. So instantly then, if those enemies that appear that are blue, they will now be on my side and will now work with me. So you could have droids with you, you want to. Some of you requested how do you get droids to be on your side. Right, so now we've got that set up, I'll just come out of there. What I need to do now is, how does this game end? So let's go into that enemy wave generator. When I new logic connection, when I defeat that wave, so when that wave is defeated, yeah, what I'm going to do here now is, that's brilliant. So when it's defeated, we have completed the game. Yeah. But sadly, if they kill all my team, then my team are all going to be killed. So when my wave is defeated, yeah, when they delete our time, what I have to do now is the game was failed. We lost. So that basically is it. That's my game set up. It's now ready to go. So if I come back out of Spark mode for a second, so let's walk up to my pad now. So let's come out here. Let's walk up to my pad. Now as I walk into it, it comes up with title and description. Nothing's there. So I need to change that just so the user knows what it is. So if I change this on this item, go down to properties, and I'm going to change the title and description. So I've changed those. So I've now changed it to survival, and I put description in. So that's it. So within 30 minutes we've completed this game. This game's done. So let's test it out. We walk on, it says survival game. Defend against the new order. Here we go. That didn't take long to complete at all. And we're going to see how it all works. So if I run up to the top here, my guys all, because they're not on the ground, they slightly fall over. But here you go, the best of the best. We're all here at the top. Now we should see around the edges the Imperials now, also the new order guys appear, and they come to start attacking us. Now hopefully they come to attack all of us. Okay, they're going to jump up. Here they come, they're jumping up here, great. But my Mandalorian guards aren't seem to be doing anything here. Oh, they are firing back. Yeah, right, so in this case, right, and it shows you here is that I haven't probably, this hill on top is not probably the best thing. So I've designed the game, and guess what? It's not worked 100%. My guys are too busy just sat up there. They can't be asked to do anything. They're meant to be helping. The new order are attacking us, which is great, but my guards aren't doing anything about it. So in this particular instance, I've created something that's worked, and it doesn't mean it works all the time. So what we'll do here is let's just fly across. Yeah, they're still not really wanting to get involved. Now, when I first did this, I was going to leave this mistake out, but I thought, well, no, let's just show you. It doesn't always work. Sometimes you don't get the layout right. Start off small. So guess what? Let's get rid of the landscape. So Shoot a few of these. My guards are still set up there quite happily, so I'm just going to get rid of those landscapes. Right, they're not needed. Now let's see if my guards actually start doing anything. And here they go. There you go. They now start attacking. Brilliant. So the layout wasn't the best thing, and that's why it's best to start small. Don't go too grand. Test it first. So let's kill all these guys out. I'm getting hammered here at the moment. But my enemies are flying around. So all the troops are shooting against each other, which is good. I do love this rocket guy. Now, like I said, we could have set this up. We could have had other enemies working for us, so I could have had all droids on my side, or I could have had the stormtroopers on my side, so I could have been Kylo Ren, and I could have been attacking a load of bounty hunters if I wanted to. So how you set this up is up to you. And like I say, we've only got one wave here, so when I destroy this wave, the game is over. Okay, but I could have done it that it actually does a counter, and the counter, when the counter gets to 3, then the game is over. Or you could do 10 waves. It's up to you. This is just to give you the basics of how it works. Let's show you here. Oh, there's some fun now. Wait, you missed me. Yeah, you've got these all going. These all looking good. Alright, me and my bounty guy going to take him down. Oh, yeah. Come on. Shoot him down. He's nearly gone. Oh, his rocket's on him down. That should finish him off. Hey, and we have won. So my team won, but I was only left to one of my guards left. So it weren't a bad number I chose. Right, the only problem with that is, yeah, my landscape was wrong. So let's just get rid of him. Sorry, mate. I'm going to double cross you because I'm going to start again. So let's go put some new objects on this screen, but I am going to get rid of him. But you'll see he's not attacking me because he's on my team, so I'm not going to kill him off. Alright, he's gone. Alright, so what I'm going to do now that he's dead, I'm going to reset the landscape on here. So it didn't work, that landscape, so I've changed it on the screen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my fantasy terrain objects. So let's go to decorations, and let's put in, there you go, my terrain. I'm going to put a couple of these in here, so I'm going to just chuck these here on the box. Now, if you've seen my hidden objects video, you'll notice what I'm going to do next. Otherwise, you go, why are you putting trees in deserts? They don't work. Right, but what you can do is these objects, these fancy terrain objects, can be various other tools. So what I do here is if I go up to one of these items, get my paint tool up and now press the triangle button, I can choose a landscape. And if I go across, I can change those to Tatooine. And if I press onto that and do theme all the objects now will change to those items. Okay, now what I'm also going to do now is, because I don't want my guys to fall over, let's lower these, let's change the setup of these. And when you create your toy box, this is basically you testing and tweaking and tuning it, and you'll find the first code doesn't match exactly how you want it, so don't give up. Yeah, keep playing around it. But as I say, I'm now just toying with our game, but our game is fixed. We did the whole game in 13 minutes. Yeah, but this now is just toying around with it and trying to tweak the actual item. Right, let's see, we go here. Now this should be, when we try this now, let's go back up. Last one, bring that back down. This should now be a lot better when we start. So let's try the challenge again. So we're now in our arena, got a little rocks pocket look a little bit better. So let's start our challenge. Excellent. Here we go. Right, here's our team. Here's my guys all appear. Brilliant. Right, so we're ready to go. And here comes the enemies. And straight away now, my guides are straight away attacking them, which is brilliant, which is what I want. So we can now attack this group and attack this wave. Now I could do a big battle where I do loads against each other and see who wins. So I don't know if you've seen any of those clips where you've got droids versus clone troopers and then all they've done is they've done a survival game here where they've just picked two sides and let them battle it out. But my troops are are winning here. We're doing quite well. Let's grab some more items. Now the other thing is, I've been asked about what happens when what do you do? There is no, I haven't found yet a way of getting you when you die. What do you want to do? Because it will automatically respawn. Yeah. So I haven't found a way that you do. That's why I've included the team to be on my side, so I can record when they die. Now I'm just going to do another little tweak to this game. Is because obviously that is just me defending my guys, but I can, if I wanted to, change this to like a tower defense game. And what I can do here is if I go to my toy origins and I go to one of these things, let's go to my Asgard thing. Where is it? Where's my Asgard set? Asgardian set, wherever it is. Somewhere here. Where is it? Under my origins. Here we go, next one. There you go. Right. So what we've got here, we've got Odin's treasure. If I place that down in the ground, yeah, what I can do here is that basically is an area that I need to defend, like a tower defense. And if I go to property of that, I can change the how much damage it gets on it and what team that it goes on. Blue team. So what happens there is, as soon as I start my game, all the stormtroopers are going to try to attack that, and as soon as that is destroyed, then I lose the game. So I can say new logic connection. When that is actually defeated, then the game is ended. So let's give that a quick test. So we start that now. There's my base. They are going to attack that item. Now I don't think I've got my wave being reset. So because I've got my wave already there, I don't think it's actually generated. So my guys haven't appeared for some reason because he's still here. But this is the thing now I need to defend. And if they destroy that, and whoa, they're attacking that straight away.
This is only a delay.
And that's it. Whoops, they blew it up too quick, too easy. So I lost. But anyway, that should give you a few ideas. Yeah. So they've blown it all up and I've lost the game. Yeah, that'll give you a quick idea to get a quick game going. You don't have to make it too complicated. There's not really a story related on this one. Again, like I say, most of the ones I do are story related items, but you can play around with this and see how you get your survival mode. I hope you find it of use. Thanks for watching, and look out for